What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Axe Creation. Today we're going to continue our journey into talking about modes, and we're going to start talking about the Lydian mode. So, as I tried to impress on you guys last time in the first one when we discussed the major mode, I wanted to try to remove some of the confusion about modes and just discuss them as chords, because that's really all they are. So when we go into the Lydian mode, we get a nice, special, fancy chord. And that is a major 7 sharp 11. So before we get there, let's just quickly review some of the scale patterns. I'm going to pop it up on the screen so you can see what I'm talking about. Last time we discussed that the major scale was just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? And those are all major intervals. And the only difference between major scale and the Lydian scale is that the fourth note, right, instead of being a perfect fourth, is now tritone shape. Okay, and we're going to call that a sharp 4. We're going to take a 4 and move it up 1. So now our scale pattern. Okay, so the chord we get from this is still a major 7th chord. It's just the upper extension, that extra note, that tritone note, or sharp 4, is now becomes a sharp 11. We put it up top. And you get some really nice chord voicings for it. It's one of my favorite chords. Right, so if we know this major 7 chord, that will be an A major 7, so it'll be 5th fret on your low E, skip a string, 6, 6, and then your 5th. The E note is right there on the B string, 5th fret. So now to play the sharp 4 to that chord, all we have to do is lower that 5 down the 4. And you can throw the high E in there as well. Get that nice dissonance. Really nice chord, one of my favorite chords. It's got the right, got the major 7th interval there, which is has a lot of tension in it. And it also has the half step between the sharp 4 and the 5. Really nice chord voicing. So in the tabs, the link will be down below, I'll put a couple different voicings for a major 7 sharp 11 chord. All right. So this mode happens naturally within a major scale. It happens on the 4 chord. Okay. So if last week we were in the key of E major, right? So we had. So if we go to that 4th scale degree of that scale, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's A. So if I go to A and I play an E major scale starting on A, get that really nice major 7 sharp 11 chord. Okay, it's naturally occurring tension within the scale. So a lot of guys can play, well, regardless of what major key they're in, if they land on a major 7th chord, they'll still play the scale just for the color of the scale, and it sounds really nice. So as for the little idea I was playing in the beginning of the video, I'm basically outlining it. That kind of chord, that vibe. Really nice voicing. It's got an open A, power chord. This is my 5th. Here's my 9, or my 2, and then the D sharp here. Really nice major 7 sharp 11 chord. We can play this voicing. Right. So as I said, the link for the tabs down below will have a couple different voicings on it. It'll have the scale patterns that you can try to absorb, try to play them, because like I said in the other video, every scale can be played 3 different ways, right? So we can play with our first finger, middle finger, and our pinky or our ring finger. Really nice chord voicing. It's got a lot of tension. It kind of adds tension to just like a major 7 chord. And what's cool about it is it doesn't change the harmony of the chord, right? Because we build triads with a root, a third, and a fifth. 7th chords just add the 7th. right? So the sharp 4 or the sharp 11 is not any of those notes, so it doesn't change the chord or the chord quality. It's just a nice colorful extension that we can add in. And like I said, it adds a lot of tension, a lot of really nice tension, real pretty usable tension over a major chord. One of my favorite chords. All right, so like I said, the tabs for this lesson will be down in the link below. I'll tab out the scale patterns, the little idea that I was messing around with in the beginning, a couple chord voicings. And as always, let me know what you come up with. And I'll see you next time, where I think we're going to talk about the dominant mode. Another major mode, but a little slightly different. So I'll see you guys next time. Thanks a lot.